Hello and welcome back to Crossword Joe. This is Wednesday, Hump Day, February 28th, the last day. I understand, let's see, there was some kind of comment about, I used the wrong term, was it perennial? I said pre-ultimate or something like that, the second to the last day. I think I kind of screwed that up yesterday, so thank you whoever let me know about that. There's going to be a lot of those on this channel, I'm afraid. So if you're kind of squeamish when it comes to me saying wrong words every now and then or whatever, this isn't the place for you. We're all about fun here. Fun and seeing that somebody like myself that is not a grade A speller nor speaker or reader or whatever can still finish these crossword puzzles, and it's like every day is another amazement that it can be done. But I have the confidence I shall do it again. This was yesterday's Fred and Fred. It's been a battle, Fred and Patrick. Let's see what today brings. We're going to keep it on expert. We're going to check off this one just happens to overnight click back on again, even though we have it off every time. It's kind of weird. And go to today's puzzle, which is called Two Guys. Maybe this is like a joke, like two guys walk into a bar, and then have it, one of those kind of themes. But it doesn't look like it. Norma knows are really long answers, but we'll see. What's this? Ren Schultz? Really? It's like, I know I've seen the name before, and I think it's the first one. I think back in December was the last time that Ren had one. So this is a trio, unless I'm confusing Ren with somebody else. But this is a auspicious occasion to have that. And so I'm kind of nervous now. But let's go. Click on. Let's go. ER drops, emergency room drops. I'm going to say IVs. Emmy or Cleo. That's an award, right? Somebody said something about an award. Date book entry. That's an appointment, right? Appointment. Air pressure sneaker brand. Well, it has air in it, and anything dealing with air and his airness is Nike, right? Talking about Jordan. Having a higher grit number as sandpaper. I actually know this because I was actually into sandpaper there for a while when I was making my Eagle Scout project. I had to know what it was like. It was 20 was really coarse, and then you get up to the 200s or 400s, and it gets, well, you can really polish it down. Head for the hills. I'm gonna say flee. And then here's our visitor, Mr. Gilligan. Now, I did feed you this morning. Are you saying that you're hungry now? I think he's always hungry. Areas of military action. Let's see. Let's go down. Prefix with structure. It says infrastructure. A computer invader is a virus. And tiny bit, slingy. Don't know that. Boomers, successors. Weren't those the X-Men, right? No. The Gen X. That's going to be my guess. Like a log cabin's decor, typically. Hi there. I don't know if you can hear him, but he's right here. Oh, now he stopped. Okay. I'm going to say rustic. That's usually a log cabin's interior. Okay. 8 Downs Horton, for example. Don't know what 8 down is yet. We can save it. Let's see. Papelli covering. And when that was the big volcano thing, so the covering is going to be like ash, right? And personnel on a 17 across. We don't know what a 17 across is yet. We will get to it. I'm going to guess, since this is USA Today, that this is USA Today. USA. They wouldn't have anything else, 3 letters preceding today, be anything else, would they? I don't think so. Television, theater, et al., those kind of things are, that's right, propaganda. No, that's not it. Like a Mensa. That's these are wise people, smart people, right? They are the smart, the Mensas. Cyclotron bits. Those are ions. Routing word via. Looks good. Rolls along the tarmac. I'm talking about those planes waiting to take off or getting into their gate. They're taxiing. That's right. So I'm gonna say taxis. One to hang with. You hang with your bro, or your, in this case, probably more so your pal. Treaty site of 1814. Stopped acting immaturely. Don't know either of those. Let's see. Home decorator's asset. I would say part of the process is a step. I'm gonna say it's an I. We spotted the E. This is gonna be, yep, spread that's held. Hold the mayo. So that's gonna be I. That's a good asset for a home decorator. Prefix meaning middle. Well, we know it's this has got to be Melissa McCartney, right? Isn't it? Was she in Gilmore Girls? I don't know. Oh boy, I'm gonna lose my bridesmaid's card. Oh no. 2 octaves for many singers is going to be their range. I think I had a little over 1. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, part of a process is a step, so we know that whatever this big answer is going to start with a P, and it's Orwell's Oceania. And okay, Orwell's, that's like a country. That's like it's going to be Mayo. L, yeah, this is going to be a police states, right? All of those together. If you ever read 1984, I'm pretty sure that this is what they're going after, police states. And his gal Friday, that's that, who was that, Grant, Cary Grant. His gal Friday. Very funny movie. Probably has the most lines of dialogue ever. It was non-stop. But if you're into that kind of movie, that zany kind of thing, that's a good one to check out. DJIA part. Well, it would really help to know what this stands for, which on the top of my head, I cannot come up with it. But we'll see later. Second of 3 X's. Well, it's like XXX. When you see that, tick, tack, toe, right? Roaring decade, that was the 20s. Roaring 20s. Big influx of money. Yes, everybody. Stock market. Yes. Good times, good times. Official fuel of NASCAR. That's going to be, is it the company or the fuel? Because the fuel is just gasoline or some kind of ethanol. I don't know. Sitar Great Sankara. That's Ravi, right? Or Ravi. I think that's how it's spelled. Boardroom presentation is a. This is Melissa. Going down, and to each his own ingredient in some gin. That's slow, very common. The E in BCE. Well, it's going to start with E, right? So we already got that. Okay. Threw in the trash. That starts with T. Threw and it tossed. Okay, let's see how far we got 5. Sales with boardroom presentation. Sales, sales pitch. That's what my guess is. Sales pitch. Okay, it took a while, but we got through it. Word in a lit sign. A long, hard trip is trek, like Star Trek. And like candy corn's texture is waxy, right? The texture is waxy. And goods antithesis is evil. And the word on a lit, going back across now, we got 3 of the 4. Word on a lit sign is exit. Yeah. Beat the goalie. That means you scored. Goal. A mere pittance. A mere pittance. That one, not weir. A mere. Mere. Yes, that's the way. But a mere pittance. Not sure where that comes from. Oh boy, I'm a South Park boy. Well, we can take a real quick look here and know it's. This is a K, so it's gonna be Kyle, right? Yep. A good way to think, okay? It starts with an A because Melissa. To each his own. I remember loving that expression, especially in high school. Had it written on my shoes. Ingredient in some gin that's slow, like a slow gin fizz. And let's see, the E. Still don't know this, but it's a good way to think is to think ahead. Okay. And word that could follow each half of the big ones going across. 17, 27, 45. These ones that are 10 letters each. That one's 10. This one's like 12. 12. And then another 12 and then 10. But the big ones, the ones that are at least 10 letters long, is, let's see, is that word. So word that can follow each of these. So which one we have? Police and states. Police blank, states blank. Police, well, let's just take a look here. Clan emblem is a totem. So yeah, it's going to be like man or men. It's my guess. Policeman, statesman, right? So the very last one going across is the word, is the actual, the idea of the theme here. So each one of these is going to have, you can put man on the end of each half of these words. Policeman, statesman. So it's like, that will give us a clue. Okay, here's salesman and pitchman. I guess that's the way, that still makes sense. Salesman, pitchman, policeman, statesman. So those other two are going to have that same thing. So now we're going to go down. Infrastructure, right? Virus, going down. A tiny bit, just a squish. Is that a U? No, a squash. A squish. Yeah. Union formed by a 55 merger. That's the AFL-CIO, right? AFL-CIO. Tell me, how do I remember that? That was like when I was in junior high, and I still remember that. The AFL-CIO. It's almost like it was drummed in your ear enough where, I remember that was, something that happened when I was little or before I was even born. Xbox alternative, Wii. Oh, our Wii machine just died a few months ago. It's very sad. I've had it rebuilt twice, and I think the old girl is just ready to go to sleep, It's been over 10 years. Anyway, Green Gables girl, they got, don't worry, they got the PS3 and the PS4 at their disposal now. Green Gables girl is Anne of Green Gables. Fiddler's Tune is a reel. That's right. Everybody grab your partner for the Virginia reel. What was that movie? Yes, that's your quiz for today. Creator of The Grinch was, of course, Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss. There seems to be a big divide of people that enjoy the original I think it was 1966 animated Grinch versus this thing that they stretched into that had its moments, but the live action one from I don't even know what year that was created or whatever, but two totally different movies, two different experiences, I guess. That's the way to look at it. Knitted bedspread is Afghan, so it's going to be Afghan H probably. There we go. Tots Can I? That's a plea. Sean of Milk, the movie, is Sean Penn. Type with one's thumbs, text. And sinus specialist, briefly, is an ear, nose, and throat, right? Ear, nose, and throat. ENT, is that right? Okay. Garment under a tutu, okay? Well, we know that this is going to be front lines, right? And I still don't know this. Garment under a tutu. That's okay. We'll go back to it. Trident-shaped Greek letter is a psi. Is that how I believe that's what that is. That looks like that's elephant. Horton's. Oh, Dr. Seuss's Horton is, of course, an elephant. And he never forgets. And he's faithful 100%. Runs through a card reader. That would mean swipes. That means to swipe. And another way of saying it, swipes. Sri Lanka. Blowhard's words is a boast. Boast or brag. Let's see. Sell in a hurry. That means you're going to unload it. Unload it. Pennies on the dollar. We're unloading this. Okay. Headed for overtime. That means you're even. Squeal on the mob. Let me try to get this right now. Goodfellas. Yeah. Goodfellas the other day. And it's like, it just blew me away how violent that was. Ooh, strange. Stuff. It was just different from The Godfather. It was different in a way. These are just random things for the most part. Stuff to excess. Sate. Step. Hold the mayo. A skater's leap is an axle. Stopped acting immaturely. I'm going to say grew up. Has been. Faded star is a has been. So apparently that this, the treaty site of 1814, was that like after the War of 1812 maybe, was in whatever this is. Unless it's supposed to be like Trent, and I got all these wrong, but apparently that's a city that doesn't really ring a bell, and that's kind of weird because I'm sure if that's true, I'm sure I was taught that a lot, but it just went in one ear and out the other, which can happen. That's Melissa. Put a match to ignite. I agree. Calico or a Sphinx is cat. Threw in the trash, tossed. O-S. A clan's emblem is a totem. Ghana's capital is don't know. Leonard, who wrote Hallelujah, that was Conan. Right. Trek, yes. Waxy, evil. Each to each his own. Slow. And Matchstick's game is Matchstick's game. Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure going across here is Sunoco, right? And then we are just left. I'm not sure. That's okay. So what's this again? Honest capital. I really don't. That could very well be. This is going to be show business, right? Oh, these are going to be tights. There we go. Tights. Yeah. Oh boy, 1735. 1735. Above, more than average. Okay. Gilligan wants to be here. Doesn't matter. You're not going to bother me anymore unless you accidentally turn things off around here. But go ahead and have your way. He's probably getting hungry. He hasn't ate since 8 o'clock this morning. But here we go, 1735. And today's theme is four answers going across. Let's look at them. Okay. Man is going to follow each one of the halves of these words. Frontman, linesman, right? Frontman in like a band, a linesman in football, right? There's a showman, of course, and a businessman, right? Showman, businessman, and of course the ones that we saw before: policeman, statesman, salesman, and a pitchman. So that's today's theme, and it was very cool to see Ren's name up here, but I hadn't seen him since, I have to check back, and I think it was back in December. I think it wasn't even this year yet. So welcome back. And again, Fred, thank you very much for editing this. It was a very nice puzzle, and I hope you guys had fun out there. And I don't know if you can hear it, but Gilligan's, he may not be within where you can hear him, but he is certainly looking forward to his dinner. I'm pretty sure. But have a great one. Thank you very much for checking me out, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.